What's up, everyone? Thrift Barons here live from Glenwood School. It's the Glenwood Coaches Show. We are transitioning from football now to basketball, and we're with the head boys and girls basketball coach, Coach Jesse Perdue, my former basketball coach. Coach, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Excited about basketball season. I mean, I know football just finished, and I finally got those guys in the gym with me for a couple of practices, and what a great season Ryan and his staff had. And I followed y'all all year. You did a great job. You and Ryan really mixed it up really well during the show, but glad it's basketball season and glad you're here.
Yeah, I am too, Coach. And last year, I think, was a very successful year in first year of the HSA.
It was.
Let's start there. We kind of rehash a little bit. Had some great players, great seniors on both teams have gone on to the next level, gone on to college, obviously. But I honestly thought you learned a lot about the league, and you're able to get 20 wins with both programs. I feel like that's a success.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially having to devise a schedule and not all be in private schools,
right?
Not all be in 3A schools, and you have to move around. We played some 5As, we played some 7As, we played some 4As, so played some 3As, played some 2As, played some 1As. So we got a really dose of all of it, and we come back this year and have to reschedule. I mean, you keep your area schedule, but you have to reschedule the non-area stuff. And I felt like last year we had a good crop of both going in, and we did what we wanted to do. I wanted to go one step farther than we did, was being able to go play at Alabama State or go and play, there. But we didn't make that, and Lee Scott did. And, our goal this year is the same, is to win our area and host the first round. And hopefully we can get to Alabama State this year, just trying to get to the next level each year that we go. I know things are different now in this league, and we play a lot of good teams, play a lot of good athletes, a lot of good coaches. So just excited about getting it going.
Well, it didn't hurt. I mean, it didn't help, Coach. You played the team that won the state championship last year.
Montgomery Academy is good as anybody in any classification.
I was going to ask, Coach.
No, I think they could have played with anybody. Yeah. I think they could have even given Hoover a game or Huntsville a game. I'd love to have seen them play Central down the road. They were really, really good. And, of course, the St. James train, good grief on the girls' side. They got to the state championship, and it really – we played the team that they lost to in the state championship in the summertime, so I knew how good they were. And then they had some girls foul out on the St. James side in that game. Lauderdale County came all the way back to win that.
Right.
So I know how good both of those teams were. St. James is just reloading again this year, and everything will have to go through them in 3A. There's no doubt about that.
Well, they're going to be loaded again.
Oh, absolutely.
They don't rebuild, they reload.
Absolutely.
Coach. But let's go into your teams, all right? Let's start with the girls. Right now, 3-3. You've had a tough schedule. I've played some really good teams. Let's start with players first, and then we'll talk about the schedule. Haley Palmore, how good does it feel to have your point guard back?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, to bring the ball down the floor, not just that, but, she's going to touch the ball 100% of the time when she's in the game. And to have her scoring back, her relentless defense, being able to go lay the ball up, just a really big deal. And I'm so excited that she's back. I know she is. It was a mental thing for a long, long time.
Right.
Jumping back onto that volleyball court helped a lot, and then to get ready for basketball. She is, and we talked about this last night at practice, she is our one true basketball player that wants to play at the next level. And everybody else is a role player around her. And they understand that. They've accepted that. I love this team. They get along great in the locker room together. They get along great out on the court together. And we know right now, getting her back, we're finding our way. We're 3-3. Played some really, really good teams. Yeah. We go back on this Thursday. We get back into action on the road to a place that I've been many, many times, Deerfield, Windsor. We go playing them in Albany. So that'll be a great trip down Highway 80 to get to Albany. And then we play a Eufaula team that's really good on Friday. So Thursday and Friday will be really, really tough for us as far as girls. But, hey, we're trying to get ready for January and February.
This is Zaxby Glenwood Coach Show here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and we will be there this Friday for that Eufaula game. You've already beat teams like Opelika, Lochapoka, Opelika twice, by the way. Now, you did take one off the chin against Terrell Academy. They're a really good team.
They are.
GIAA. But teams are going to start honing in, knowing that Palmore is your main playmaker. Now, Emerson stepped up right now, but who are some of the other contributors you want to start seeing taking on that role to get the ball in the hands a little bit more from Haley?
3-sports person, Caden Henderson. I mean, she leads our team right now. in the scoring and the rebounding as far as being even on both of those. She does a really, really good job. Malia West Sanchez leads our team in rebounding as a whole. I just got to find a way to get her scoring. She's got to find a way to score. She's averaging 8 rebounds a game. And then Lily Moody's 6 and 6 girl. Caden's a 7 and 7 girl. We've just got to find a way. They got to understand, once Hallie throws the ball in, they've got to find a way to score. They don't need to throw it right back to her. They've got to find ways to score. And they're having to play a different role. Caden has grown a lot. She's 5'10", 5'11", real long. She's done a great job defensively and on the boards for us. She's just got to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end.
Yeah, but you see with Haley already.
And then we got, Claire Hargrove has done a really, really good job at the other guard position. She's finally getting to play a lot more than she has in the past. And that's what graduation does for you. You next man up. And, we got a bench that's a lot of young girls right now. The bench we're really playing about 6 girls right now. A lot of young girls on the bench, and they'll find their way or they'll get stuck at the back. So, and they will. They'll find their way. I mean, there's 11 of us, and we're going to find a way to make it work.
And you've seen already with Haley what she would have meant last year if you had her for that team. But hey, neither here nor there, Coach. Things happen for
and
a
let
reason.
me say this. You talked about us being 3-3.
Yeah.
I think we let one slip away. The new coach does a good job, but I think we should have won the Columbus High game.
I mean, lost by 4 that one.
Lost by 4. It was a 2-point game for about 2 minutes left in the game, and we just couldn't find a way to win. We finally had to foul. Girl hit both free throws and put it out of reach. And I just thought we let one get away playing here against them. And he even shook my hand after the game. Really nice guy. He said, "I don't want to play you anymore." So, that was a compliment to us, but we lost. Yeah. So we're 3-3 and just looking forward to what's coming down the road.
Now, you schedule these games like you said. You got Deerfield Windsor, who, by the way, 2 years ago had a Hall of Fame coach that just retired. She won several state championships. Correct. I called one of those games. So they've been a perennial great program. You got Eufaula, Elmore County, Lynette, and then Valley. And then, of course, you'll have your area tournament, area season that'll start in January. How important is it to learn your team so when you get to the most important part of the season, which is trying to win an area and region championship?
Well, right now, I don't think we're a very good half-court team. I'm trying to, what do we need to hang our hat on? Right. So is it press? Do we need to press more and then run more? Like last year with the 2 bigs that we had with Claire and Bobby Taylor, we were more a half-court team because we threw the ball inside. Well, right now, our presence of scoring is not that big on the inside. So maybe we need to get out and transition. Maybe we need to press and find out how to make layups. Maybe we need to go back to the Sterling Hicks days.
I was about to say,
when there was press, go lay the ball up.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. We're trying to find out what we need to hang our hat on. And I'm not afraid to change. I'm that guy that can change on the fly. We've changed a lot, and we'll talk about that on the boys' side from, having post presence to having guards on the floor now. So we're trying to find out what's best for us.
Well, Coach, I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the season plays. Talk about the Christmas tournament. Is it still in Tennessee? Is that where it's
No, we're not going this year.
Oh,
we're going to take a year off. They're mad at me about that. The parents are excited about it because they don't have to spend that money right before Christmas. So we'll put that money in the pocket somewhere. But we're going to Trinity in Montgomery this year. Okay. Same dates, 3 days. It's on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we're going to play in that tournament up there against a bunch of really, really good teams. And, the reason to go to Tennessee is because we get to play against people we normally don't see. Well, now that we're in the Alabama High School Association, we get to see a bunch of different people anyway. Right. But I'll probably start that back again next year. Don't tell Emerson or them. Maybe they won't watch this to know because they're upset about it. Right. But we're going to take a break from that this year, going to the Sevierville, Gatlinburg area. They've always been good to me. 12 years running, and we're going to break that up. So we'll go to Trinity this year for 3 days. And then we'll come back after that. We'll play 2 dates here, home games against Wadley and Lynette, and then the big tournament, the Border Wars. 2 days, 20 games in 2 days. Really, really excited about Border Wars this year.
No doubt about it. Me too, Coach. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. When we come back from break, we're going to talk about the boys' side. We've gotten off to a pretty decent start so far. Coach, haven't lost a game yet, but you got a tough schedule in the next couple of weeks. We'll talk about that coming up next here on the Glenwood Coach Show, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Glenwood Coach Show. We're in the Glenwood locker room. Man, it was pretty cool being back in here, Coach, where I used
It hasn't changed much.
Not much, Coach, but I will tell you, we've had some great conversations, some great times. I'm thinking about my sophomore year with Nehemiah, Deontay, Matthew Tooker, Dudley Taylor, CV Argo. It was a good group.
Great group.
Made it to the Final
Hard-working group.
Four
Absolutely.
with a losing record.
No doubt. That's one.
One of your favorites.
I ain't going to say anything about that. I hadn't had many losing records.
No.
That's one of my favorite teams.
It's one of your most coaching.
I had to do some coaching, absolutely. But that team right there, we just couldn't get by Taylor Road.
Yeah.
You know, but God, y'all would fight. Y'all were a fighting group.
We were.
Yeah, y'all
We
played.
butted heads, but we had each other's back. And I remember playing Lee Scott after the year that we had that year. And Lee Scott did some things that was outrageous for some of our players. And I remember everybody having each other's back. And that's what it mattered. And to be honest, things happen in the season. That's why I want to ask you, Coach, you know, in a locker room, people are not going to get along.
Mm-mm.
You're going to have different personalities from different backgrounds, from different people, especially in a private school.
Right.
So how do you manage all that? How do you make sure everybody fits in, everybody feels welcoming? You've done a great job with your career. No one's ever had a problem being in the locker room. Why do you do a good job of managing all
Well,
that?
that's the other thing. I mean, you need to understand when you come to school here and you know that and you have family here now, we're a family at this school.
Right.
If we're going to be a family outside the locker room, we're going to be a family inside the locker room.
No doubt.
Well, the locker room is where you settle some of your family issues. And, you know, what's in the locker room, you know, what they say when you go to what's in Vegas stays in Vegas
Right.
or whatever. What's in the locker room
Stays.
We figure it out in here. I'm not talking about fighting or anything
No.
like that. Have your say. Don't be afraid to say what you think or how you feel. If that's in your heart, then say it. And if it's not right and we as a group don't think it's right, then we're going to tell you that. And we're going to figure it out in here.
Right.
That's just the way I've always been. You know, I say I'm like a Bobby Cox. I'm a player's coach.
Right.
And I'm going to know your business. You're my kid while you're with me. Your parents are your parents, but you're my guy or you're my girl. And I'm gonna coach you that way. It's like I always say at Christmas time. I have 3 daughters and 1 son, but I have 32 daughters and 32 sons
Right.
during that time. And that's just the way I've always been. My dad and my mom coached that way, and that's the way I'm going to coach. I just feel like that we're a family and we're going to figure it out together.
Well, let's talk about this year's family.
Yep.
Obviously, Braylon Alexander, I've been on record, and so is everyone else. And I don't think there's anyone arguing he's the best freshman in this area. Hell, I think he's the best freshman
I heard
in 2
you.
states.
I heard you say that again last night on your show.
In 2 states, Coach.
You're putting a lot of pressure on him.
I'm not trying to, but there's something about it's not his skill. It's not his ability to score at will. It's obviously athleticism. He's got God-given talent. His dad was an incredible player. His mom was a fantastic basketball player.
Right.
He's coachable. He's a hard worker. He's a well-spoken young man. He has everything up here you need to be successful. What is it like coaching someone like him that carries the weight of his shoulders, the weight of the world on his shoulders, but still handles everything and all the pressure?
Well, I've had a few players like that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've had a few players as a freshman like that.
Right.
You know, me and you coach, we joke all the time, and I talk about your brother and all that. Who's the Mount Rushmore of Glenwood basketball?
Right.
And I've had a few that have been really, really good. I've had a couple of AISA Players of the Year.
Yep.
I've had some up for the ASWA Player of the Year. You
Yeah.
know, Will comes to mind, Alex comes to mind, Jabari comes to mind, Alex Hicks comes to mind.
And Holzclaw.
And Holzclaw, who was an AISA Player of the Year.
Trip Day.
Alex Hicks, Trip Day. I mean, we could go on and on. You know all those guys.
Right.
But I don't know that I've had one at this age of 14 years old. And one of the guys that I put on that Mount Rushmore is Alex Phillips. And he was in the stands last Saturday watching him play. And he came in and talked to us after the game. I said, "What do you think?" He said, "Coach, I wasn't that good at 14." He said he's got a chance to be really, really special. And he does.
Right.
And it's about everything you just said. But one thing he likes to do, he loves to play defense.
Yeah, he does.
He loves to play defense. He wants to guard everybody's best player. And if we go man to man, I'm going to give him that. I mean, that's what you do with people that are that good. And he just makes everybody around him so much better. You know, we got the lockers of the family. I call them the family behind us, right next to his locker, the Clarity Boys in gray.
Yeah.
I mean, the family makes his job so much fun because they understand he's the best player on the floor. And they're going to try to make sure that he gets what he's supposed to get, but he's making sure they get what they're supposed to get too.
Right.
They don't mind having some crumbs here and there. You know what I'm saying? They'll play hard for him, just like media day. They said what they said, and they believe that he's really, really good. They're going to let him touch the ball when he needs to touch the ball. Just include us every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we have a good group of 10. I'm really tickled about this team. I really think we could surprise some people. Now, am I saying we're going to win every game? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we're going to compete every game.
No doubt.
And it'll be a lot of fun.
And, you're getting, by the way, that Columbus game, that was their first game. They just played the night before and got
home
late.
at 3 o'clock in the
So,
morning.
I know Braylon, he holds himself to high expectations,
Right.
and he's a young guy, but how do you make sure he understands it's going to take some time, these guys, and this is a totally different team than last year. This is going to be a different way y'all play than you did last year.
4 new starters.
So what's the mindset with this year's team? You talked about it last segment.
We just
team?
have to get in the gym with each other and learn what we're doing. I'm not going to throw a lot on them. They've made fun of me in the past, Coach Purdue with his 93 plays and all this sort of stuff. We're going to run some basic stuff and then just play basketball.
Right.
It's so funny that you say that. You would be one of those. Griff Garner's one of those. He watched the first game online. He said, and one of our guys, and I won't mention his name, one of our guys took a shot from the corner early in the game. And they said, Griff said, does that guy never want to play again? What's he doing taking that shot? And then Coach Purdue didn't take him out of the game. He said, oh my gosh, I want to play on this team. Times have changed. Well, they have changed. I don't have a 6'7" guy to throw the ball into anymore. I don't have a Sykes to throw the ball into anymore. You have to change with your team. We're going to be more guard oriented. We're going to throw some post players in there. Aaron Carter, football player.
Who's got some size.
Oh, and can play. He's got good feet.
Yep.
We got Ryder Christensen. He was on the football team, but came to us from Utah.
Yep.
We got Marcus Lattimore. Those are 3 true post players. I'm probably going to play with 4 guards most of the year and 1 post player, and we're going to be a different team. We're going to chuck up probably more threes than we have in the past. But that's because I trust them to do it, and we're going to play a little bit faster.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at with this team.
All right, let's talk about the first 2 games of the season. By the way, Braylon's putting up 29 points a game right now.
I'm aware.
Now, obviously, how do you get him to not want to take every shot, get others involved? I mean, it's a fine line, Coach, because especially when you're a dominant player, you want to be able to make sure that your team doesn't lose no matter what, but you want to make sure you keep your guys involved. Do you think that's just going to take some time, guys playing together?
Well, this is how smart he is. I mean, he knew some of the Columbus High people, and he had heard some words about when we cross half court, we're running 2 at you. Well, they did do that. Yeah. And his mindset was, they're going to run 2 at me. That leaves somebody open. He has that in his mind. He's going to give it to the open man and go. So I expect that to happen a lot this year. I expect 2 to be thrown at him. I expect boxing 1 to be come at him. Well, he's fine with that. He's going to find a way to score because his body and his maturity of basketball has gotten him to that point.
And he don't force shots.
No, he doesn't. And, I mean, he was 12 of 13 against Terrell, by the way. 12 of 13, and they weren't all layups.
Come on, man.
6 of 8 from the free throw line, 12 of 13 from the field, and had 7 rebounds and didn't play the whole game.
Right.
But his thing is he knows what's coming defensively at him, and you better have your head on a swivel. You better be ready to catch the ball, or he's going to knock your ear hole off, or he's going to knock some teeth out of your mouth. It almost happened at practice yesterday with some guys that are not used to playing with him. Right. Shovel pass here, shovel pass there, and they don't see it come. Right. So you better be ready for that.
Sounds like my sophomore year for Nehemiah.
Right. Well, he's going to be unselfish, and that's what you got to love about him. Sometimes he's going to be selfish, and I don't have a problem with that because he knows how to get to the free throw line. That you don't teach that. That's God given.
All right, let's talk about this, Coach. You got Chatco, one of the top 5 teams in 1A, and we did our rankings, Coach. I got them number 3 right now.
I saw that.
They may even be a little bit higher by end of the year. A different Windsor, perennial power, and then that's tough always. Both those games are on the road. Then you got Eufaula. That's a pretty big team. That's
6A.
That's this week alone. Those 3 big games. Right. What's your expectations? What are you looking at? Because you could go 0-3 in those 3 games and still be a really good team moving forward.
If we go 0-3 and we compete, what can you complain about?
Right.
That? I mean, that's 3 really, really good teams. 2 of those on the road in their backyard. 1 coming home against the 6A powerhouse. Eufaula.
Why schedule those, Coach? Why not schedule games you can win? Why not go play Chambers Academy or whatever?
What good is that doing me at the end of the year when you're going to be playing that kind of competition anyway?
Right.
And, you want to you talk about a production. This is a production.
Right.
Well, I want to go put on a show too for everybody.
Right.
We have a team. We have a production. I want to go show what Glenwood can do.
Right.
I want to show that we have a basketball program, and it's pretty well known. You may not know about it, but we're going to show you that we can play a little bit. So that's my thing. I'm not trying to give anybody any bulletin board material or anything like that. I just think we have a good program. I think we have some good kids. I think we have a good program. And I just want to go play.
Right.
Why not go play those people when you've never been in their gym before and all you do is play in the summertime? Well, now it means something. It's not the summer anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, Chatco, he called me. He came to my Border Wars last year. He didn't want to play in Border Wars this year.
By the way, hell of a game last year.
Yeah.
Down to
we
the
lost
wire
by 2. Champ hit a shot over the freshman, matter of fact. And I remind him of that every now and then. And, he was in the 8th grade last year. And great out-of-bounds play they ran. Champ knocked it down. Ball game over. We lost 54-52 or 56-54. I can't remember exactly the score. But, and he reminded me, he said, hey, Coach, would you mind coming and playing us? And I said, I can't play girls because we already have 30 games and I can't go over that in a regular season. But I'll come with my JV and my varsity. And, of course, we're going down there and we're going to go play. And I saw where they lost a nail-biter on Saturday against Cairo.
Yep.
And
by the way, powerhouse in 4A.
Absolutely. And he played them at Early County. He's done that before. Yeah. I saw where they had beat them last year, but they lost to them this year. So they're going to be a little upset about losing. We're going to go play them down there. JV boys start at 4:30. Then the varsity boys will be right after that. And we're excited about the opportunity to go play.
Well, we're going to be there broadcasting it. You're going to see Champ Simpson, who's one of 50 players in the state of Georgia that signed a D1 scholarship. I think Braylon could be another player from this area to do that. But Braylon versus Champ.
Let's just slow his roll down about college. Let's just play as a freshman in high school right now. No. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, Braylon understands who he's going to play and what team he's going to play. But so do those other 9 guys in this room that are going to play too.
No doubt.
It's going to be physical. We know that. We just have to step up to the challenge.
Yeah.
And, like I told you, compete is the word. I just want us to compete.
Right.
Let's compete and get better every time we step on the floor.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to it. The Gators have 3 games this week, and we will be here on Friday. You fall up. We hope that this is not the swamp. This is
the pit.
The pit.
Welcome to the pit.
Why
that swamp's out there where the water's at.
Know.
We call this the pit.
We don't need
It's dry in here.
Yeah, we don't need the water on the court.
That's
Coach,
right.
Looking forward to doing this all season long.
Thank you, bro.
This is Dusty Perdue, the Glenwood Coaches Show. Girls and boys playing all week long. We'll see y'all next time on the Glenwood Coach Show, Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
Go Gators.